Last week, we made several double replacement reactions happen in lab. This is where we take two ionic compounds to create two more ionic compounds on the product side. We also got into the idea of different states of matter, such as aqueous solutions, which all four of these are, and in some cases where these reactions will produce another state of matter, such as a soluble precipitate, which we represent with S. We haven't done any that produce a gas, but we will, or in some cases a pure liquid. But last week it was pretty much aqueous solutions and solid precipitates, although not all combinations produced precipitates because of the fact that some substances remain very soluble in water, remaining in aqueous dissolved state, AQ, whereas others are not soluble in water. So their solubility is very limited, and then thus they produce solid precipitates. So our problem today is we have two reactions that are possible that we have here. And both of them start out with the reactants being as aqueous solution states. In other words, an ionic solid that's being dissolved in water. Okay, so your goal for our problem today is for each of these to predict the products and name the products of this reaction, balance the equation, and predict what states of matter they will be in, whether they will be in aqueous, dissolved solid states in water, or if a solid precipitate will form. If you may remember, certain substances tend to not be soluble in water, but hey, if you didn't, you can go looking in your online textbook because there's a set of rules for solubility of ionic compounds for you to look up and determine whether that product is soluble, which would mean that it's AQ, it's soluble, it will stay dissolved, or not soluble, S, it forms a solid precipitate, so that's the insoluble. So you're going to have to go look up in your online textbook, which you need to be doing some anyway, and find that chart to do the final part, which is to predict the states of matter. So that way your balanced equation shows the two products for each reaction as having either AQ after it or S. I can tell you neither of them are going to produce gases or liquids, so it's either one or the other. But at any rate, follow the rules and the techniques that we have been working on this week of getting from two unbalanced reactants to balanced products by looking in terms of charge and balancing for charge and then balancing for mass. This is pretty much the only way you can consistently get a correct answer for a balanced equation. And don't forget to name all four of the substances in each reaction and what is likely the state of matter for each product as aqueous, soluble in water, or S, solid, insoluble.